words was heard. Splintering boards when the energy curved. I'm pinning you nerves to wheels for the dagger. Practice stagger backwards, backflipping, catch a hatchet. Can't hack it, it's savage, unorthodox. I grab a cactus and bite the button off the top. I launch a shot across the grid through a vast dimension. Attack your henchmen, sent in galactic brethren. Marching with carcasses, carving through forests. We starving for blood of your sons and your harlots. Earth gets parted, stars break apart when I aim for the skies and my rhymes discharge. Rip parts out frames, Kalima Shakti Day. Run away in a temple of slime and decay.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
All right.
Who's ready?
Yeah.
Who's ready to do some?
Yeah, I don't know why it made me do like a whole fucking brand new thing, pissing me off. All right, it should be. Oh, we're all three. Are we all in here now?
Yeah, we're here.
Yes.
How come I don't see? Why won't it let me add him?
That's weird. Let's get on with it.
I'm trying to add him and it's just not happening.
I wish I could help.
Tech support.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Unplug it, wait 5 seconds, and then plug it back in.
We used to have. That was literally the first thing our techs at Universal would say to us when we'd call them, and I knew what the fuck I was doing. So if I called them, they knew that something was fucking broken. So I'd call and they'd be like, tech support, and I'd be like, hey, this is James over at Expo, and they'd be like, oh shit, what happened? But everybody else would be like, did you unplug it and plug it back in? It's the first question.
You ever watch the it's on Netflix, but it's like an old British show, the IT Crowd?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty fucking hysterical, but they have it's literally them making fun of the IT world.
It's just IT.
Yeah, and the way he answers the phone, he's like, hello, did you turn it off and turn it back on? Like,
yeah, it's the first thing he says.
Yeah, it's literally it's fantastic.
My boy Josh used to work for IT for Apple. For like all
yeah,
Apple.
that's where Phil. Before I met
He was
Phil
like-
at
he was
Best Buy,
like-
that's what he was doing.
He was like, it's all old white ladies.
Dude, yeah, that don't know
Why
nothing.
isn't my internet working?
How do I call people? Oh man, we're on the phone. How did you
There
call
we
me?
go. Finally, all right, I got him added in there. Damn, man, mad fucking computer space being wasted out. Yo,
Yeah.
what's good? There we go. Finally. All right, hold on a second. I got to get myself looking normal in this chat world.
You look like a waffle.
You don't look normal.
Facts. That's a fact. But my mama
big-
thinks I'm handsome.
No, she doesn't.
Barely.
That's also a fact. There we go. All right, I'm going to take up some of Walko's screen because it just won't let me do it if I
I'm
can used to.
anyways.
Facts. All right. Everybody can hear each other. Everybody sounds good?
Roger.
Yeah, there we go. He sound clear, too. You on your computer?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Good shit. All right, yo. So it's all started and ready to rock. I appreciate you chopping it up with us. We did the review of the project, but I'm going to introduce, the gang. But I'm John D. Contradiction. We got my man with the dad hat on. That's M. He's our most hated reviewer. And then we got Walko. He's kind of in the middle, People trust him, I guess. He's the normal guy with the
I got a
reviews.
nice face.
Only a mother
he's
could love.
He's the
Mark,
he's
it's good to
the
meet y'all.
Thank you. So introduce yourself, sir, for everybody when they check into this. We're probably going to drop it Wednesday, so.
Okay, cool. It's Moemaw Naedon, Pittsburgh, PA. How y'all doing out there? Chopping it up with Not Your Man.
Yeah, all right. So half of us, just so you know, we got PA, but my man Walko is in Florida, so all sorts of shit happens out there. But us other two, we're both in Long Island. This is mainly a Long Island thing, I guess, but we added some Florida to it because that's how a hip hop game is kind of right now, where you just got to add Florida to it as much as you don't want to.
A Florida man.
Yeah, man. So, so let's jump right into it. So, as far as the project, we enjoyed the shit out the one we dropped the review for, and you actually got so Tamal hit us up, and he sent the project. He was like, "Yo, check it out, this, that, and the fifth," and it's kind of a dope thing. Like he's a known, like if you like hip hop and you fuck with Instagram and you're addicted to your phone, you most likely know his page. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, that's a dope look. It's cool that like to see him that side of involved, because it's one thing to just post hip hop stuff, but it's another thing to like actually, you know, reach out to other hip hop outlets and just get like music and stuff flowing around. So I'm not mad at that. So let's talk about it, man. Like, how'd y'all link up? Like, how'd that go?
I met Tamal when he moved to Pittsburgh. Shortly after he moved, he was kind of chilling with the breakdancing crew, b-boy crew in Pittsburgh. There's really only like one left, and
It's a shame.
it is a shame, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there
It's a bad
never was a big scene, but there's a prominent crew in Pittsburgh, and those are my homies. And one of the dudes he threw little events at his space, and Tamal was hanging out there and just chopped it up with him. And you know, there's not a lot of hip hop that's, you know, boom bap style up his alley in Pittsburgh. So he came to the crib one time, and I brought him up in the studio, and he was like, "Yo, I need to get you on the page, making beats and spitting and all that." And like, you know, I think he was just like, "Oh, here's some hip hop that I fuck with. I'm gonna chill with this dude." So
Yeah, you attract to it because especially if you're in a place where it's not like the biggest sound. If it's something you like, you want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I feel that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in Long Island where the music is just there's a nice underground scene that has that good like true to the roots type thing. But then there's a whole monster of a scene of where a lot of those cats left that because like shows weren't, you know, big and this and that to do like a lot of the new age shit. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even like these dudes are doing it on like a creative tip. It's more of just like, yo, we need to do this to sell out. So the quality's like down. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, there's no passion. There's no like respect in the work that they're doing, even if it is new age shit.
They're here for the rapper image. They're not here to be part of the culture.
Yeah.
Grab the bag and dash.
Yeah, man,
Right.
it's taking a hit, man. The mainstream, the influence is real, man. People don't realize it, but like, hey, man, the sheep shit is real. Like, it's literally burying to an extent in a lot of places that true like real old school sound. And it's like, not to say that like new age is all trash. Like, there's some people who can mix both well. Like, we get it, sounds are gonna change, but there's a lot of dudes who you would think, like, because they have that roots of like, yo, this dude's a spitter, he can rap over fucking anything. You would think that when they cross over, or if they do dabble in that new field, it'd be fire. And it's like, nah, you went full retard type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that shit is like,
there's a lot. That's in Pittsburgh too, for sure. You know what I mean? It's there's events that I do that it just gets washed away by that shit by the end of the night. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It is what it is, but I mean, I think that was why Tamal was like, let me mess with this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give you some exposure.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
It's because like that's one thing too. Like, as much as like those like the weird scenes will be whatever they're popping now and whatnot, they'll break apart just as quick. Like, a lot of the old school to the roots thing, like the reason like these young kids are maybe more turned off to is because they're like, yo, I'm about to go to this old head show and there's gonna be nothing but old motherfuckers there. So it's like, I get it, like, but what the thing is, it's got to go both ways. Like, these old motherfuckers got to start putting it in the youth. You got to start teaching the kids coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, yo, man, I stick with this old school.
Fuck these kids.
Yeah, you can't be like, I'm chilling with this old school. I'm at this old school show. It's like, oh, where's your kid at? Oh, he at the Lil Uzi concert, like, down the block. I gave him $30. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, you supposed to raise him in that type of thing, you know, but also teach him the game. You know what I'm saying? So if he wants to do a crossover, it is what it is. You can't. Certain things you can't hold, like, you can't hold hip hop sacred. You can't keep it no more. It's big. It's out there. Hip hop is out there. It needs
Hip hop is pop.
Yeah,
It's popular.
It's for everyone now.
yeah. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, this isn't the get down. You know what I'm saying. Like, it's everywhere. So it's like you gotta work. You gotta work accordingly. You gotta adapt. You know what I'm saying. Like, and change it if you have to in a productive way. You ain't gonna change it just yelling at motherfuckers. But all right,
Nah,
that's dope.
No. I will change them.
That's what we do. We yell at we yell at people.
Shake and yell.
Yeah. You guys are needed. People need to be yelled at. No one does it enough. No.
Yeah, yo, dude, this is the generation of the participation award, man. That shit scares me, man.
Snowflake genre.
Yo,
They try to say it with us.
we get kids, like, we do more reviews than we should. We do too many reviews, but we get a lot of cats that, like, they'll send us some shit, and I'm like, yo, this is definitely not it. And we'll be like, yo, this is trash. But they'll be like, but I'm 15. It's like, so fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you 15. You play ball. You expect LeBron James to like let you just whoop his ass in ball just because you're 15? No, like he gonna show you what it is if you really thinking of taking this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying?
These words are rated E for everyone.
Those are the same dudes that jump into our DM with fire emoji, fire emoji. This is the hottest thing you'll ever hear. Lightning bolt.
That's just the worst. We are probably like 0 and 100 for reviews where someone set it up with a bunch of fire and armor emojis, and it just hasn't been like I don't think there's been a single one. We got one right now, and he gonna get called out when that review drop. He in our DMs like, yo, I'm telling you, it's an 8 out of 10. I'm like, you know how fucking hard it is to get an 8 from us?
For real.
Let me send it to me, Johnny. I
got you.
He's getting a fat 0 from me.
Donut.
But yeah, anyways, we're gonna go on tangents a lot. We talk a lot of shit, but we talk a lot of shit in person too. Like we go and meet people at shows, and we'll be like, "Oh yeah, that shit was trash." So that's the integrity side of us. Like we will talk shit everywhere because that's just who we are. Like that we're the stoop hip hop head reviewers, just in person and with a platform now. Like they shouldn't have gave us old motherfuckers the internet, but
it's appreciated, man. There's not a lot of just like blatant honesty.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, people are doing reviews to like get more people to give them reviews and get their page numbers bigger and shit. They're not even really doing
exactly.
They're just like co-signing everything that comes along.
Yeah.
It's given. You know what I mean?
They do it. Yeah, they do it to like that's what's weird too. Like a lot of people do the whole like I'm gonna kiss ass for a bit just to make a name for myself, and then eventually their goal is if they get big, then they can do whatever they want, and it's like. It's like that doesn't work. Like it's just it's toxic more than anything. Like I'm not gonna we will never tell somebody that shit is dope if it's not dope. Like
kill the yes man.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, because like that shit is it's needed, man. You can't be out here just letting everybody just make me like they.
Oh yes, man.
Yeah, you know I know like we're not gonna just let anybody just do anything. You're not gonna let anybody ruin sports. You're not gonna just. I mean, you can't say like government because we know what's going on with that, but like you're not gonna let just anybody do, you know, what the fuck they want. Like it's just not how it works. But so back to you though. So let's talk this hip hop journey, man. So because like you know you got requested our way, so we don't know that much about you. So how long you been doing this? Like you said, you produced too.
Yeah.
You sound like you've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I started in the '90s. Like
golden
97. I'm bad with numbers and dates.
Yeah, that's fine.
I respect that. Me too.
90s. That's it.
I'm like, what the? I'm like, I try to put together like what grade I was in with the year, and I always fuck it up. So somewhere around 97. Just from being a skateboarder and things like the Zoo York mixtape, video coming out with Stretch and Bobbito show in it and Rock Raider, that inspired me to get turntables. I was like, I want to do what Rock Raider's doing. You know what I mean? There was
ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who that is, do your research.
Facts.
We ain't telling you who that is.
Facts.
Absolutely, yeah. So you know, I got turntables really before I did anything, and I didn't know anything about what I was doing, so I got the wrong kind. I got belt drive turntables.
Woof.
Woof. Like how the fuck? Why is this shit skipping? Like I didn't have I put like you know pennies on the fucking head shell and all that shit. And I had no guidance, man. I was like kind of
guessing.
Like, yeah, I mean, I had my homie, who we kind of like. We're doing the same sort of things. He got the wrong turntables too.
At least you weren't the only one.
This is before Google. This is before Google, together. Ladies and gentlemen. This is before Google.
So we were just. I would loop drum breaks and started getting records and shit, and then that just evolved into freestyling.
Okay.
Just one day, I think I smoked a blunt. And
that'll do it.
I started rhyming.
I could rap.
I just started rhyming, and like it just felt. I was like, "Damn, this is like not." I don't know. I had no idea that would be something that I could do. I just freestyled all the time. I didn't really write too much. And honestly, like, I was never serious about the whole thing until 2008. So
Okay.
This is all relative, guys. Remember, he's not good with years and dates.
Nobody take notes.
The 2008 one is that one's solid.
I retract my previous statement.
With the
Shut
9
the fuck up, Mark.
yeah. But yeah, that's when I was like, all right, like, I haven't really found anything in life that I really love as much as hip hop, you know, and nothing really ever came to me. So I just said, all right, I'm gonna do this shit. Now I'm gonna try to go for it, and I kind of haven't really stopped since then.
Hey,
it's just,
that's
all. It keeps me going. Like, it's something. It gets me out of bed in the morning, and it's something I'm passionate about improving on every aspect of it. And it evolved into like me doing all my own mixing. I taught myself
fire,
all that type of shit. I mastered the two albums previous to Travel Through. I actually mixed and mastered the whole thing. Did light mixing on Travel Through, but that one was actually mastered in a studio, other than mine. But yeah, so I just pretty much started doing everything.
Okay, yeah, that's fire. See, that's fire. Like, so you've been doing it for a minute. Like, but what's crazy is, like, from the project we reviewed, I'm like, I can kind of tell he's been doing it for a minute, like, because of how clean it all sounded. Like, it's super polished, and that's like something that a lot of people don't get. Like, yeah, you can rhyme some words, yeah, people can rap, yeah, this and that, but you can't just jump into it and sound that polished. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain aspect to hip hop that has to come with experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just jump in the booth and sound fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not gonna happen unless you're working with like a Dre or someone who's gonna beat you into sounding perfect, and then they're gonna dazzle the shit out of it. But like, yeah, like that type of quality and that kind of like that finesse, I'm like, yo, this is something that I can bump. So when we bumped that project, M, he's the one who did the review. So M1, he's our toughest reviewer. Like, he shits on people. He tells people to stop rapping often. So so when I saw it, I'm like, oh, word. Like, usually if M gives something anything above like a 5, I'm like, all right, let me listen to it again. Let me make sure. Let me see what he liked, because if he liked it, then I'm definitely gonna fuck with it. And
appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he did.
This project's definitely something. Like I said in a review, like, I'm a huge MF Doom fan. I can listen to this project and definitely see the correlation that you listen to hip hop, you listen to real hip hop.
Yeah.
It's fire, man. And I see we have actually, you sent me that one project, but we're gonna split. You know, we don't like to do the same like reviewers twice, but I'm gonna do one. I actually started listening to. You had the 2 projects you had with producers. There was one that was just you. That's the one I'm gonna be doing. So that one, so you said you were producing. Did you produce any of the stuff on those? On that one, I mean. Are
you talking about the one that I just sent you?
You sent me one, but that one has like it's you and another producer. I believe. Yeah. But I saw one. I was just, I like to go through the iTunes list. I saw another one. I think it was either from last year, but it was just you, like, under there. It was like all you. Okay,
that might have been was that an instrumental project?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I remember I put that on my list and I was like, hold up.
Yeah. Is it called We Grew Slow?
Yeah.
That's just beats.
And that's all you.
Yeah.
You putting out beat tapes too?
Disgusting.
That's fire. Hey, that's fire.
Wait, is that actually the
that was an actual cassette?
That is actually the beat tape. Yeah.
Do you have those for sale?
I do. I'll just send y'all one. Yeah.
Hey, we like that. Hey, we appreciate that.
A good one. These are made in the studio too, one at a time.
That's fire. I needs me one of those, man.
That's fire, man. That's old. Yeah, I like that. I got my little boom box, so I definitely try to get one of those.
Yeah.
No, but that's dope, man.
I don't have an official self-produced
project
with me rapping on it. I have like 2 albums. This album called Galactic Brethren where I did about half the beats, and my homie brother Seamus did the other half. But I've never done like the magnum opus, just because I got a bunch of shit in the chamber, but I always get a producer always hits me up like once that. Like that, somebody's like, yo, do you want to do a project? I'm like, fuck. And then I don't. And then finally I respond and I'm like, all right, this will probably be a better idea. And
Yeah.
other shit doesn't get swept under the rug, but I perform it live a lot. Well, I'll bring out my MPC and do it, but I just never have did a full project live.
Damn. I feel like that's gonna be the one, man. There's nothing better than rapping over. Like I recently,
all them crates that he has back there.
Yo,
you know
that's
he
what I'm
got stuff.
saying. I know he's got stuff in the cup. I know he's got stuff in the cup. See, like that. Oh yeah, he knows. He even got the old-fashioned TV just to show you how old school it is.
Oh yeah, that's
Got the tube.
Yeah. I do VHS edits. I take clips and edit them to tracks I do. Put them on YouTube.
Oh, that's fire! All homemade. That's fire.
Yeah.
See, that's that type of DIY shit. Like that's people don't realize like that's fun. Like a lot of these kids, they just stupid. They just want to send someone an email like, I need this, and there's no fun in it. But if you can go through like the process of that, like I see the crates back there. I'm like, yo, I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to fuck around and see what you got there. And then you sampling stuff, you making cassettes in house. Like that's dope. Like that's something like just me being like just a student to hip hop. Like I would want to sit and just see that happen. You know what I'm saying? Just for the energy of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking dope. Like a lot of cats don't get that. Like that shit is dope. Like that's a dope one. That's dope to have in your arsenal because that's very authentic. But two, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it. Like that shit is dope. But that's crazy that usually people like they get into the bag of like making beats and then they go off. They don't want to work with no one. So this is probably
I do it myself.
Yeah, this is probably the first time I've heard someone like, yeah, I make my own stuff, but I like to work with producers because like I just recently got into the making beats game and I started rapping over it and I'm like, yo, I never need to work with a producer again, even though I'm gonna, but like to me, I'm just like, yo, nothing is translating the way I'm translating on my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when that line is empty and you're about to sit down and work on something that's all you, I feel like it's gonna be a scary, scary, scary project.
I appreciate that. I hope so, man.
Yeah, man. That's those passion projects. You hear those differences. Like it's and no slight to producers. Sometimes you could put out a crazy project with a producer because like they'll send you that vision, but if it's all you, I mean, it's not. You know, I feel like that's gonna be.
That's the one, Chief.
Yeah, that's gonna be because like if you're putting out like think of it like you're putting out quality stuff with someone else's essentially I call the beats like someone else's vision under it and you're making your story with it, but they're sending you the soundtrack when it's time for you to fully write that piece. I feel like that's gonna be something we gonna want the early review on.
It can go the same way with like producers too, though. Like certain producers only like to work with certain artists because they see the vision through them. So
yeah, it's very true. That's very true. But so you got an active year. So these are only minus the beat, but those two projects. That's the only projects you dropped this year. Those were this year, right?
I dropped the beat tape. I dropped the new the Hardhead Mush Brain that I had sent you, and then I dropped a 7-inch vinyl with 2 tracks on it.
I need it.
Nice. Yeah, it's his jam.
Yeah,
look! I know you need that. I know you need that.
Stop it!
I know you need that. I can see it in his eyes.
That was my first piece of vinyl, and
is there any of those for purchase?
I got you. Yeah. Care package coming your way for sure.
Oh shit!
Fire.
Mark's pants are so wet right now.
Factual.
That's fire, bro. That's so dope. The vinyl game is a scary world, man. It's a scary
You can
world.
lose all your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm. That happens.
Because once you understand
always
that
see
difference in
something.
sound too. Once you hear something on vinyl and you truly listen to it, you're like, this is it. Like it's a whole different world.
You can turn it all the way up, and it's no static.
Oh yeah,
It's analog. It sounds great.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Shit.
This was made with it being on vinyl in mind too. So
That's fire, bro. That's fire. But outside of that, like, so the things you dropped this year, you got anything else for the year, or what's the plans? Like, how are you moving those? You touring, or like, you know, playing shows with all that?
Yeah, I do shows a lot locally. I need to get out and do some more statewide shows. Where y'all guys at?
We're in New York, but
right
we go
to
to New York. But we go to the city. We don't mind going to the city because Long Island's dead. But we'll go to the city and all that.
That's right.
We'll go to the city and stuff though. If you play out in the city and whatnot. But if it's on Long Island, I don't know, man. I don't even like to go to shows out here no more.
And so
If you come do a show in Orlando, I'll drive out.
Or I'll be in Austin end of the month.
Nah, it's way too far, fam.
Yeah. that just dinged in my head. I was like, oh yeah, that's an out of state show.
Yeah, that's literally the other side of the U.S. for me.
But yeah, I perform, 3 times a month usually. And yeah, I sell shit at shows. That's usually my best.
Do you use a backing track?
Hell no, man.
Good answer.
That's a good answer. Thank you.
No. I'm a lot more tolerant than you guys with like the new shit because
that's likely.
I have my theories about it, but the one thing I don't fuck with is
the government. I don't care
what type of hip hop you're doing. If you're up there on your own vocals, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah,
I'm walking out.
Davies, you're trash.
I'll tell you, Davies does that shit. Davies does that shit. It's garbage. Like, you're too known.
Yeah, and like you got too much. Like, he claims too much old school like influence to do shit like that. Yeah, like, it's disrespectful.
I wonder if, like, when he was doing that project with like Styles P, if he was like, "Yo, stop rapping on a backing track, bro." Cut that shit out. Just like take a jab.
Stop.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like, when I first started doing shows, I always associated that with like, I associate rapping on your own track with like the cat, like it's his first show, and he's like, I didn't send the DJ the MP3 version of the beats, so this is all I got, so I got to perform on this. That's what I associate it with. And then I've seen, like, I saw Lil Uzi Vert, he fucking backtrack. I'm like, what? All he did was dance. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I've seen like a couple of cats, and I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, this is trash. Like, my man was saying like one word every 30 seconds. He was up there dancing. He wasn't sweating. And then he just dipped. Like, as soon as his set was done, he ran away. Like, he like ran through the back, like nothing, no encore, no nothing. Yeah. I'm like, God, and these kids dropped like $50 for this bullshit. I'm like, man,
because all their friends are dead.
Yeah.
My friends are dead.
Yeah, I got off stage one time, and I was at a younger type show. Mm-hmm. I was the only boom bap type of dude.
You're the only rapper.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, only MC for sure. I got off the show, and there was like fucking 15 acts. It was one of those.
Oh man, honestly, those are good though, because like, if you were the only one that sounded different than the other 14 acts, people love you because everyone there just wants to be saved. They're like, I just saw 13 of the exact same act. I need something else. So you could spit anything, and it's like, it's like hip hop.
I'll drop a freestyle like sporadically too, and that'll really fuck them up. But that shouldn't be the case, But I remember I got off stage.
You could freestyle. That's still.
He said that's how he started.
I'm just saying in general, just being like people still freestyle, like that's a thing.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
You take his hat off.
I got off stage and the kids came up to me. And yo, that was dope. I never really heard anything like that, and you didn't have any of your backtracks. I was like, well, I was like, why should I? And they were like, blank face. I
don't know.
And they were like, yeah, and I was like, you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? No.
You shouldn't.
Like, you shouldn't do that.
That's bad. You should feel bad.
Yeah. That's like, I always tell people, I'm like, that's literally like if you go into a damn Broadway show and they put the fucking movie on. The movie on stage. It's like, I ain't come here for that, man. Like, I can listen to this shit at home in the comfort of some headphones.
I don't need this from Redbox.
Yeah, like, fuck. That shit's crazy, bro. It's trash. Yeah. And it's funny, though, because they don't know what you learn from seeing these cats. They don't know what being an MC is. They don't know how to control the crowd. So they they have to practice a set of like in between song sayings
They
that they
hold mics
think is
like
getting
this still.
they think is getting everyone lit, but it's very timed because they know their song's about to kick in a second and they can't really get too crazy outside of the song. So then it just gets weird, bro. Like that shit's corny, bro. Like to be a real MC, to cut a beat off, rap, and like control the crowd and like switch up something as small as adding the name of the town you're in the middle of your song. That shit goes a long way.
Organic behavior.
Yeah, that shit goes a long way. Like, I don't know why it still works. I saw Atmosphere, what was it, a couple months ago, and he, in the middle of one of his songs off La Vida Loca, was like, and in Brooklyn. I'm like, ah! You know, I'm like, I don't know why it worked, but it worked. Like, it's a simple,
because you're
stupid
in love,
shit.
Johnny. That's why it
Facts.
works.
That's facts. Uncle Slug. It's my father. Slug is my dad. But it's just crazy. It's like little things like that. You can't do that on some backing track. They're just going to hear noise. But then again, you look at the crowds that are there, and those kids are just all drugged up.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, it's
all about the pictures before the set and the pictures after the set, and
weird.
We just rocked it, blah blah blah.
It's all about the Snapchat, the Instagrammable shit.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's the image before the music.
Oh yeah, it's very
absolutely.
weird. Yeah, I seen. Actually, weird story. I wasn't. I was in. I did like a showcase like that, and it was in Washington D.C. And it was literally, it was me and like one other act were the only like actual like boom bap like rappers on the lineup, but all of them all sounded the same, and they all did the same shit where it would be whoever the act was and like 30 of his people. And then they would like, one of them would like hold, like the one performing would hold the camera to where it only captured him and his peoples. But I'm like, yo, this show's type dead. Like there was no one participating. Yeah. But I went on that dude's Instagram, and that shit looked like a good time. And I'm like, oh, he got everyone fooled. And they're like, yo, this was a movie. And I'm like, it really was. It was kind of a straight to DVD, but. Yeah, he sold it. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
vlog.
If I'm someone who's like, yo, you got to show me that you can handle a show, and you send me that video, I'm like, oh shit, maybe he can. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't fully tell.
If your 30 homies were in the crowd with the right camera angle, it still would have looked like a movie.
Yeah, it looked like a sold out show.
It still looks lit.
Yeah, it looked crazy. So I was like, man, this fake it till you make it shit is real. This shit is real out here. That shit was wild. I actually saw a Long Island rapper once. It was at a KRS. I'm not gonna drop his name. It was at a KRS One show.
No, drop his name.
It was Stephen Yanone. So your man's. Fuck it. He go here, bro. I'll tell him right. But so before KRS One went on, he opened up. And
we were all at that show. And
right before his set,
I didn't even know each other.
Oh, that's a fact. So before his set. Before anyone's set, he was on stage taking mad pictures. And then when his set went on, it was mad dry, bro. Like, it had no season. It was boring. So no one, like, went to the front of the stage. And this place got a pretty nice size stage. So no one's in front of the stage. So my man that same night posted, like, 3 of the shots he took on the stage by himself in, like, black and white with, like, a huge quote and all this shit. And I'm like... Bro, nobody rocked with you. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm keeping it stacked. Nobody rocked with you. Like, don't lie. Yeah, like, don't lie. And he even said, like, tonight was a movie. And I'm like, no, it wasn't, bro. Like, it wasn't your movie, bro. Like,
it's a movie.
Yeah, so to me, like, and I'm just like, that's crazy.
It was a GIF.
But and you know me, like, I troll on the internet, so I let them have it on Instagram. You know, they delete comments. But I feel like a lot of these new cats just don't get made fun of enough. You know what I'm saying? Because, like...
Yeah. They don't get, you would get booed off stage before.
Yeah. Like, back in the day, you could spit
That happened to me.
Oh, shit.
That happened to me when I was like 17. We tried to go to this little hip hop function and weren't prepared, and our shit was super sloppy, and motherfuckers were like, boo.
Get off stage.
Yeah.
You need that, and it humbles you.
Rightfully so. You know what I mean? We weren't taking it serious. What the fuck
they
were we
paid
doing?
to be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's honestly, that's humbling. Like, that's how it should be. Like, back in my day, like, when I was younger, you know, my family raps and shit. Like, my brother and all of them used to rap. So when I was super, super young, I always remembered, like, they used to have, they had little street ciphers. You have friends over, everybody's rapping in circles. And, like, I remember my uncles, too. My uncles were brutal. So you go in a circle and you spit some garbage and they're like whack and everybody laugh at you and all shit like that. But some of the cats like even my brother, like some of the cats I've seen catch like the boo or like got told they were corny are some of the most dangerous spitters I know now. You know what I'm saying? Because like they never want to be called corny again.
But it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Talk about Brother Tupac, right?
Yeah, brother Tupac. My brother looks just like Tupac and is Tupac. He pretty much is Tupac. So if you think he died, he's actually related to me. But it's crazy. Like, but that's what. So as far as our platform, that's what I wanted to bring back. And what's cool is we went from the point of being absolutely hated. Like when we first started it, people were just like, "You guys are just haters." This,
Still
that, and the
hated.
fifth. But we're respected now. Because a lot of cats, like, they'll come on and some people try to put up, but people don't even put up fights anymore like they used to. Back in the day, we used to get shit. Like, people fucking cry. They get their fans after us, this, that, and the fifth. We get blocked. But now...
Killed on Twitter sometimes.
Yeah, now we get more, like, yo, we appreciate the honesties than anything. And, like, I'm like, it's weird for me because I'm like, man, he's not even mad. We just cooked the shit out of him. He's not
They
mad.
just don't, you know, I'm convinced they just don't want any smoke.
But the thing is, what they do, a lot of people, we're seeing a lot of second entries and shit like, oh, all right, you didn't fuck with that one. All right, I get it.
Sorry, this
I
one.
got this one for you. And like that hunger, that competitiveness, like is dope. Like, because those are the people we promote the most. Like, we may have hated when they first submitted. And even if their second release is kind of trash, I'm like, yo, we want to help you get better. We want to promote you. I'll shoot you to some producers if we said your mix was rough. Like some engineers and this and that and the fifth. And I feel like that kind of foundation is going to help, like, with music as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're the test. Like, people be like, yo, I'm going to send my man's project because he thinks his shit's fire. You know, and we want to see him get cooked. Or I'm going to send my project because I'm not 100% confident and I need someone to tell me that it's not there. You know, and I think that shit makes people hungry again. Like, we want to see people fucking come after it. Like, you want people to pay for your livelihood and your future, then fucking give them something worth paying for. You know what I'm saying?
Don't put out
I'm
trash.
gonna stream your music and give you my streams, my hard-earned streams.
Yeah.
My
Motherfucker,
hard-earned
better
nickel.
be worth it.
Yeah.
And better be worth it.
Yeah, it's a fact. Like, we want to hear some raps, and we want to hear at the minimum that you tried. You know, we want to hear some passion.
Gotta mean it too, whatever you say.
Yeah, we want to hear that you're not just putting out some shit like, oh man, this shit, I'm gonna submit it to WorldStar for $800 and go viral, and that's it. No, like, so some corny shit. We want to hear music, bro. Like,
Substance.
yeah, that's it.
Rap.
Yeah, and substance don't even need to be that deep. Like, if most of the artists, what I look for, I'm looking for someone to just give me a piece of them. I want to listen to a project and be like, I know this about this dude. You know what I'm saying? I know at least this about this dude. If he's not telling me it, I want to hear it and be like, all right, like your project I heard, I'm like, that's a student of hip hop. That's someone who grew up in the gauntlet. You know, like you grew up when hip hop wasn't anyone can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's authentic. That's a different cloth. Like that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm a student of the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics, Guru,
Goats.
all that.
Gods.
Gods. Yeah.
Gifted unlimited rhymes universal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking all this influencers. Who are your top 5 influencers in your life?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Guru, Hieroglyphics, all of them, all their styles. The Arsonists, you guys remember them?
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of that, like that Fondle Records, all that shit. But yeah, the Arsonists, Guru, Hyro, Wu-Tang, of course.
Of course.
Good answer.
How can you not? I always forget to say them, and then like I'm like, damn, of course, fucking.
Yeah, like, right?
It's like,
Yeah.
I forgot to say them. I got this
I feel-
tattoo across my entire chest of Wu-Tang.
And then and Tribe, both like
Yeah.
Tip on the beats and Fife, both of them on the lyrics. But
Yeah.
Q-Tip's beats are some of my favorites still, man.
Still, that sound is so smooth.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I feel like
those-
it's criminally underrated sometimes because it's like I feel like without Q-Tip's like unique, smooth, like very soulful almost sound, we wouldn't have got like that beautiful first era of Kanye sound. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Accurate.
you know what I'm saying? And that sound like because like I get it. Like Kanye, that sound changed music at one point. Like where everything that was fire sounded like that came from
the
him.
mold.
But I feel like that came from Tip. You know what I'm saying? Like because Tip was doing that when everybody was doing like the gritty New York, like through different ages. Like even when New York was doing the gritty saxophones and the jazzy stuff, or New York was doing the more like loud, aggressive horn type stuff, Tip was just out here gliding, like just putting out some real. What I think of it as whatever Erykah Badu smells like. That's what Q-Tip made as a beat. That's what he made as a beat.
Makes sense.
Accurate.
I mean, those are only 5 that I just top of my head, but the influences they go forever. You know what I mean?
Do you respect Alchemist?
Do I respect Alchemist?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
People don't give him the love that he deserves.
Okay, so speaking of this Alchemist, you all heard the Smokey Robinson track on the Anderson album? That's an Alchemist beat.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I haven't heard that.
It's disgusting.
I haven't heard it.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
I'm listening to weird Latin records right now.
Get that influence.
And I sample shit, and I'm on that kick. It takes a lot to pull me out of the fucking old weird shit that I find.
Out of the crate.
Yeah, it takes a lot to pull me out of that to like listen to some new shit.
Yeah, and you find the best shit though, like that. And when you get in those zones where you're like, I'm only gonna listen to this type of music, and you're like, I'm gonna find what I want to hear. Yeah, I get that.
My homie spins a lot of Latin 45s, and he's just been coming over and just leaving records. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I got a lot of that shit. You were talking about it was the Anderson .Paak album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just fucking.
The second track, man. That's all you gotta listen.
Yeah.
Just listen to the beat on the second track,
and it's crazy. Because what's crazy is when I listen. What's wild is like when I ran through that album, I was just at first track. I'm like, oh, Andre 3000 just snapping. All right, that's cool. When that second beat kicked, I'm like, this is smooth. So to me, I'm like, damn, Pac out here producing like this. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, it's Alchemist.
Wait a minute.
Shit. Like, yeah, Alchemist out here. Because, like, Alchemist don't show off that he got that bag, too. Because that song is nothing like what you would hear from Alchemist.
He just showing people the old Mobb Deep beats that he used to do back in the day.
Right. I mean, there's, like, Primo does, he produces pop joints.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And he doesn't tell anybody it's him.
Yeah.
But he's a musical dude. He makes pop joints for pop artists, and like
there's a lot of those producers out there with pop credits that they don't talk about.
Yeah,
you get a big ass check, and then you keep making your grimy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have a problem with that.
And that's the thing with Primo too. Like, if people don't get, like, his arsenal is crazy. Like, some of the stuff that he'll sample, you'll be like, where the fuck he get this from? Like, where did he get this from? And it's like,
through the crate.
Yeah, it's like, you don't know what's in his crate.
Alchemist. That's why I fuck with him. Like the reason I fuck with him the most is his knowledge of records. He's a digger, like that. You ever hear that Rare Chandeliers, the Action Bronson?
Yes.
Those are just fucking sick. Those are dope records that he just
he just pulled them out of nowhere, man. Shit. And another thing with him is like he flips recent records, and people don't understand that. Like that alone takes talent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like the fact that he does that and like flips newer things, like he's forever gonna be sharp. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's never gonna die. Like,
always gonna be relevant.
It's just gonna make it easier for him to flip when new sounds come out and new things come out. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, that kind of passion is very rare.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta listen. I gotta bump that track again and just be like, yeah, what the fuck. But that's dope though. But so as far as like, we always gotta ask these questions because it's the right thing to do. But any artists, like, what's the top 5 artists you would work with, whether it's mainstream, underground, that you want to work with, like that you think on a track y'all would do damage? And then we're gonna do producers after that.
and then who can you smoke in real life?
I don't know. I think I could go. I think I could go. I think I could rock with whoever, as long as it's like in my vein. You know what I'm saying? I could if I figured out the double time like trap shit. I could probably do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't. You know what I mean? But Who I feel like I could rock with whoever. You know what I mean? It'd be a little tough if I was rocking with like
gods.
Yeah,
Royce,
like
Royce the 5'9".
Like Royce.
I was rocking with Havoc, and he just did street bars, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, like, but I feel like I could maneuver it and still
not get totally cooked.
Yeah, I feel like I could be raw enough without like pretending like I'm a fucking gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like I could still hang in that way. I look at like Percy P and Aesop Rock together when they did those tracks.
Oh my god!
Example.
The wordsmith.
Oh
yeah,
my god!
Those are good examples. That's a good example.
That's a
They're
great
both
example.
like super lyrical, but the subject matters
It's
are
completely different.
Right, but they were able to match styles.
Yeah,
complementary styles.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm all about is styles and calculation and shit.
Yeah.
Aesop Rock would be definitely number one.
Oh yeah, he's the truth.
I worked with Homeboy Sandman recently on the album I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I got a track with him.
Fire.
Oh, nice.
On that new one. So that's
I didn't like his last release very much, but he's still a god.
Yeah, he's still great.
He definitely experiments a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that dude's great. Damn, who? I feel like.
Why is this such a hard question for people, Johnny?
Oh yeah, every time we ask this, people are stressed. People get stressed. They're like, if someone asked me off rip, I'd be like, all right, I'm smoking Eminem. Whoever your favorite rapper is, your cousin who rapped.
Really would want to work with.
Yeah, like who on a track you'll be like, yo, I think our styles would be some shit. Cause I got off of hearing your project, I got a few people that I know you would snap with, but it's like some of our we call them our Not Your Man's favorites, but I feel like you.
Wait, Johnny, who are you thinking?
Oh, I think him and Vic. Him and Little Vic would be fucking fire, or him and anyone with Napoleon the Legend. 'Cause Napoleon the Legend's just like.
Are you talking about Vic Spencer?
No, Little Vic.
Little Vic.
Little Vic is the truth.
Vic or
not Little Vic.
Yeah, Little Vic. Yeah, not Lil.
Yeah.
Little Vic. Yeah. But yeah, Little Vic is he's a beast. He is a beast.
He's a crazy. His
production.
He made good beats too.
Yeah. He's also he's fire. He's like one of the he's a Long Island person that I would like to hold on to. That I don't want to go out in the world and get hurt by mumble rappers and stuff. But Vic, I think you and him would make magic. I feel like you and Napoleon the Legend would be. Napoleon the Legend he's like New York's truth that people just don't. He's their unsung hero.
He's New York. He's Not Your Man's god.
Yeah, he's so a little insight on him, which we give him free promo on time. I don't even mean to.
Who cares? Who cares? He needs
last year he dropped 10 projects.
Damn.
And
ridiculous.
All of them rated 8 and up above for us. And we gave it to outside people to review it. We did all of the team. And then he started off this year with 2 10s from us. He is a problem. He's very active and he's cold, but I feel like you and him would make a fire. And he's very like he's just different. But you guys would make a
cold
fire track.
I'm looking at my Spotify to see what the fuck I've been listening to. I mean, there's so many. Like every time I listen to anybody, I'm like, I picture what the track would be if I worked with them. So I mean, there's just infinite people. I'm looking at the subject matter and style, and then but yeah, Aesop Rock, I would love that. Yeah, man.
Any producers? Any producers you would really want? Any producers you want to work with?
Alchemist, yeah. There's one. I mean, all the greats.
And that smoky bag that he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working with this dude Bus Crates now. I don't know if you've heard of him.
That's a dope name though. I've never heard of him, but that's a dope name.
Yeah.
I trust him.
That's the next shit I got coming out actually is me and him. But yeah, a lot of the producers I end up working with producers I really fuck with too, so I don't know. That's a tough question. It's just
okay.
Damn.
We're gonna simplify it. Okay, I was gonna say any known names, like any like top tier, like or just known like mainstream names that you would want to work with, rapper or producer.
I think what I always thought me and Evidence on a track would be kind of.
Ooh.
Yeah, Evidence is a god. Bro.
He's super
Evidence is
slept
a
on.
god.
His production is crazy slept on. What was that project that he produced all of it?
Planet Asia.
Yeah, he produced that whole Planet Asia project, and I didn't even realize. I was like, God damn. Oh, yeah, that would be fire.
Yeah, whether or not vinyl last year is definitely my favorite pickup of all last year.
But as a producer and an MC, Evidence either way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He'd be fire with Apathy too.
Facts.
Somebody told me that. Actually, they say you should do a track with Apathy.
Yeah.
Like
Diabolic.
just be like, oh yeah, I'll do a track with Apathy.
He's one of those reachable people.
He's friends with Vic, who's friends with us.
Yeah,
I do a verse with Vic. You might do a verse with Apathy eventually.
Yeah, and Apathy's he's a reachable. He's definitely a reachable dude. Apathy's he be punching. He's one of those rappers that like
that last album he put out last year, The Widow's Son. Woo.
Yeah, he punches like there's just haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. That's a form of rap that's not easy to do, and people don't get that. Like we've heard projects where people just punch and it's just corny. Like it's like this is the most dated corny shit ever. But like to punch and it be good punches consistently.
That's calculation.
Yeah. That's not like something that just you're not just sitting there like I'm gonna write anything that comes out. No, like you're working for that. Like you're deleting, you're erasing shit, you're throwing paper out.
Like 38 Special is definitely on that bag right now. He just punches for the sky.
Aggressive bars.
Just disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Calculated.
yeah. 38 Special he's a whole different monster. But okay, Evidence. We'll take one. We got Evidence so far.
Aesop, I said Aesop.
Aesop, Evidence, and we'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, damn. There's just so many, man.
Aesop actually produces fire too. He slept on too. Now I think about it.
Shout out to Malibu Ken.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that project's dope. No, but you know what? Aesop did that whole. He did this movie with Batista in it that I watched, and I was like, man, this soundtrack's wild. And I didn't realize that Aesop did the whole soundtrack. And I was like, oh shit! And I like bumped the soundtrack. I was like, this is dope. Like he did it right after Impossible Kid. And I was like, this is fire. And Impossible. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, talk about one of those artists that like just get better with time. Like, cause like I've been an Aesop fan for a minute, but like I can admit that some projects I didn't like love. And to me, it's crazy when Impossible Kid dropped off of like my third or fourth listen. I was like, yo, this might be his best project to date. You know what I'm saying?
Mastering the craft, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? It's
like,
complete. Like it's a complete thought. Like
those guys at Rhyme Sayers know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Gods.
Any of them too. I mean, me on a track with Slug would be pretty dope.
Ugh.
My dad.
Featuring Johnny.
Yo, I've been a Slug fan I've been an Atmosphere fan since before Balance was on MTV2, when the logo was still the Pitbull and all that shit. I was a fan forever, so I'm like, I'm on board. The fact that they're still putting out music and it's still good, I'm like, keep it going. But that's another one too. Anthony from Atmosphere producing.
What was the Deep Puddle Dynamics and shit? I was fucking with Slug way back then, like Anacon when he was coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mention that to him. He'd probably laugh. If you just mention that in like the comments of like a post of his, he'll start laughing. He'll be like, "Shit," you know.
There's people who actually listen to my raps then.
So I forgot about that. Damn it.
Facts. When he was crafting that awkward style, when that shit was super awkward, man, it was fantastic.
Lazy in pocket, out of pocket delivery.
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But yeah, all right, man. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, we don't like to hold you too much. But yeah, man, this has been dope though. So this usually drops. I drop everything Wednesdays. For the most part, I do. I'm usually on time, so I'll give it that. But
you're always on time.
Yeah, I'm always on time. But this is gonna drop Wednesday, and usually I do like a clip in the beginning and end of like the music and whatnot. But if you have any clips, usually I make it. I'm pretty good with it. But if you have any clips, anything you want to promote, anything you want us to push, we usually push you for a whole week just on the page. We aggressively post you and all that stuff, just to get just get more ears going wherever you want us to send the ears and whatnot.
Promo.
Yeah, but yeah, man, yo, we appreciate you chopping it up with us, man. You got anything you want to plug? Go for it.
Yeah, check out the new full length with French producer Phalo Pantoja, Hardhead Mushbrain, Homeboy Sandman's on it. Then there's the Other Side 7-inch. You know what I mean? That just came out with my man brother Seamus. I'm on Spotify, all the digital platforms. all social media is Moemaw Naedon, MOEMAWNADON. Or check out Soul Slime Records on all social media.
All right, bet. Oh, actually, we didn't even ask that. So that name, is that your real name, or how'd you get that name?
Moemaw Naedon?
Yeah.
No, that's not my real name.
I was going to say, is that your real name?
That's a hell of a name.
Hey, you never know.
So that's actually a character from an old Star Wars book.
Oh, man, that's deep.
Dated.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, this is 90s when they were coming out with all those crazy books.
I've actually read a couple of those.
Yeah, when I was young, I read a couple of those.
Yeah, it's in. I don't like to get too, just because it's fucking Star Wars. It's big, but anyway, that was like when I used to rhyme and freestyle. I just went by that name because I like that character. And when I decided to get serious about it, I was like, damn, I need a fucking
Your rap name.
And my homie was like, "You're Moemaw Naedon. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "All right, fuck
it. I guess I'll stick with it."
Yeah, I put some E's in there.
Yeah.
So there's no
discrepancies.
Unless they see this.
I'm gonna bleep it out. I'm just gonna beep.
Yeah, but that's where I got that. I just kind of stuck with it. I usually hate it because, motherfuckers say the weirdest shit. I had no idea that it would be so hard to pronounce. But I've been telling myself like every year that I'm too deep into it to change the name.
Yeah.
It's never too late for a rebrand, bro.
Nah, he could do that. He could do that fancy shit. Just go by Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period.
2 Chainz thing, man. He was Titty Boy for forever.
Fact.
Yeah.
When he was a DTP. But all right. That's one of the better name origins. I'll take that one.
Facts.
Nothing beats tacos, but I'll take that one. But all right, man. Yo, we truly appreciate you chopping it up with us. Yo, you could always reach out to us too, man. I'm pretty accessible. I'm always on my phone and all that stuff. But yo, man, we really appreciate it. And yo, good luck to you, man. We hope everything just moves the way you want it to move. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all keep doing your thing and giving people the real shit, the real deal. You know what I mean?
Of course.
No holds barred. I love that. That's important.
Facts. Salute, man. Yo, man, we appreciate it, man. We'll holler at you. And Wednesday, I'll let you know. I do like the art and everything. I'll take care of it now. But I'll let you know if I need any other promo shit, and I'll hit you up, all right?
Absolutely.
And I'll hit you up about that cassette, and my man M's going.
I see you down there. I got
It's like, oh, word.
got a good time, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'll at you.
All right, peace.
In the city where the planet freeze and the sun barely poke through the canopy, where the people talking more than they doing shit, speaking to me stupid, acting like I'm new at this. They seek approval, kid, from their bosses. Before they say that it's dope, they tread cautious. Your whole team looking like it's a bunch of fucking sheep waiting for guidance. The space pirate on the earth to air you out. It turns out y'all ain't worth a breath except for mouth. So bring your skills out, it's about to be a tragedy. Like some fucked up construction on a balcony. Hey yo, my rhyme spit venomous. The style master, crafted with the penmanship. You tried to sell your soul, but ain't nobody buying it. You corny like a rookie act, announcing a retirement. This ain't the same house that I used to know. While we sit back and watch it all erode, I can't argue that. Time is money though, and I know it's a fact. I ain't got a lot of both, but fuck you and your one-shot money scheme. I do this shit cause it runs through my bloodstream. Unseen like the Red Crow, I can't invest in the company of